Well, we're back with another video. So welcome to the Fragrant Nut. And if this is your first time, welcome. If you're returning, I deeply appreciate it because I'm sharing the passion that we all love, and that's the reason you're tuned into this channel. So I'm never gonna hold you back. I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm not gonna hype anything. I purchase all the different things. I enjoy purchasing them. That way I can tell you what I think. If you value my opinion, I hope you do. And I hope we have similar values in the fragrant world. So today we're going to talk about one, and this is probably my second experience with this house. And this house, just like Mind Games, is out of the United States. And that is none other than Argos. I believe the first one that I had tried was called Triumph of Bacchus. I don't believe I did a review on that at the time, but this will be my second install decant. And by the way, I always tell you where I go. So let's get that out of the way. And that is none other than Perfume de France. I believe they're out of Texas. Anyway, this is what we're going to talk about today. And that is Triumph, or Love Triumphs Over War. And we certainly could use that today, can't we? But anyway, and by the way, I'm going to tell you my scent of the day is something my wife wanted to wear, and I kind of wanted to smell just like her. And this is the very coveted Alien Absolute. This is discontinued, so we only use this very sparingly. But anyway, let's get into this one. Now this one here, I probably wish that I had grabbed a larger decant. I'm more excited about an upcoming video where I'm going to talk about two of them that I absolutely want to pull the trigger for a full bottle. This perhaps I would say is full bottle worthy. This is by the perfumer, and I believe he's did every one. He's the creator of this house of Argos, and that is Christian Petrovich. And gosh, is he Polish? Well, he had, I believe, when this was launched in 2023. So he has probably 15 in his database, but when I searched him out the very first time, I believe he had launched about 8 when I became familiar with the house. Anyway, this one here, and the reason that I'm particularly interested in this perfumer is because he gets a lot of Mysore sandalwood, and let me tell you, that's one item that we don't get anymore here in the United States. So when you see the word sandalwood, they're not talking Mysore. You would have gone back maybe 20 years ago. You can get you Mysore pretty much everywhere especially in the vintages. But this guy is saying that he's sourcing Mysore sandalwood. So hey, if you can get your nose on that, it's an absolute treat. But in this, he puts 2 florals in the top. I think there's like rose, and then I did get a little bit of my notes here, but yeah, he has some rose there in the top, and then he has raspberry. He threw in about 5 citruses in this thing. And it's the black currant, the bergamot, orange, lemon, that tuberose. So you got the white floral of tuberose in the top. And then of course, some rose petals, I believe it was, or rose water. Anyway, and then in the mid, he hit them with 5 florals and 2 spices. So I think he put in some cinnamon in there, and also some cloves. But yeah, he has geranium, violet, iris, gardenia, and ylang-ylang. So he hit them hard with the yellow, or in the heart, he hits hard with the yellow florals as well. So he threw everything but the kitchen sink in there. And that's pretty much where this fragrance is going, is in the middle there with and that lasts a pretty good while. I do get that powdery iris in there, I get the gardenia. It is blended well, I would say. It is, to me, a unique fragrance. It's not something that you smell every day. So get your nose on that. And then in the bottom or in the base, that's when everything gets into the final dry down. And then he's got that vanilla that'll sweeten it up a little bit. And then he's got some musk, and that kind of holds everything together. You'll always find a majority of fragrance will always have that musk in there that kind of seals it. And then he has amber that kind of warms things up, and then it gives it a little bit of earthy with the patchouli. Not real earthy, but it's there. And then that Mysore sandalwood, as I was saying, that's the real treat, in my opinion. That's the florals and tie things together. That Mysore sandalwood, the vanilla, and the amber, a little bit of patchouli tossed in there. He hits you with a couple of spices in the mid, smoking at that point. Very good. If you've gotten your nose on some of the things, I think he's gonna be a superstar here in the United States, because here we do really need that. Most of the fragrances, you're talking Italy, Paris, I mean, we don't ever hardly think of good old US of A when it comes to perfume. We think more of a fashion, and even then that's out of the country. But hey, Christian Petrovich, thank you for your work. Keep it up. I'm gonna follow you some more on some more of your fragrances. I know you don't really hear me talking to you, but anyway, I'm talking to you. And I'm talking to the fragrant community, because we really like the work that, I believe we like to work at what you're doing. You're giving Mind Games a run for their money. I don't know if that's the intent, but that's what I'm thinking. You're doing pretty good. Yeah, very unique. Let me know what you think. Share, like, subscribe. Please leave comments, because I do get to them. I'd like to know that I'm headed down the right path and I'm not boring you to death. That I want to be able to give it to you. And then I will tell you if I will pull the trigger for a full bottle, because I have so many, and look at all this gray. I'm getting old. It's going to outlive me. So sometimes I really enjoy the world that we can buy decants, because coming back from where I was, there weren't even samples. And then they was just sitting on the counter, you sprayed, and you didn't even have the notes. You just went by your imagination. I do sometimes miss that, where you smell, ooh, I like this. And then now we have the information age. It's just, we know what's in it, how long it lasts. And this here lasts about 6 to 7 hours. I did wear it today in a job meeting. Wasn't looking for a compliment, but I did receive one from a coworker that said, man, you still smell good. I said, hey, that's all I can do. So anyway, glad you tuned in. I wasted enough of your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.